Welcome back to Supernova Traveler. If you are new, thank you for joining our Travel Around the World family. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are returning, thank you for your support and share my channel and continue your journey. Today we review 90 Day Fiancé Season 8, Episode 11, Three's a Party. We're going to start off with Tariq and Hazel. And I have to say, I'm getting bored and these episodes are way too long. But let's get into it. Tariq and Hazel are boring. They talk about getting a girlfriend. He gets, Hazel gets a little tipsy from drinking some wine because supposedly she's a lightweight. They talk to one of Tariq's friends. Everything with them is kind of a setup to their storyline.
To have a girlfriend.
And their storyline is threesomes. We're Americans. This is a normal occurrence in life. It's not that interesting of a storyline. Let's move on. Next couple. So we meet up with Rebecca and they're in the car about to go visit her son's family. And Rebecca tries to paint her jealousy over and talking to Zied about being friendly with Hannah, or her daughter's friend from last episode.
Obviously the oldest one at the table. This beautiful young girl your age was flirting with you.
By telling Zied that women in the US are very forward. I don't know what she means by forward because the girl was not flirting with Zied and she was acting like a normal person who was interested in someone from another country.
And because you didn't understand that, you kept talking to her.
And wanting to just know more and to be helpful. Rebecca is literally trying to manipulate Zied into thinking he did something wrong, and what she is really doing is trying to establish emotional and geographical control over him. I think that Zied is deaf in America for a green card, but I also think Zied is just a really good guy, and in his mind, he doesn't really have schemes planned because he really doesn't care. He's okay with settling for a better life, even if it is with Rebecca. It's more like, I got a woman and I'm getting a better life. We killing birds with stones. I think Rebecca is going to ruin the relationship with her insecurities because I feel a very unhealthy environment developing.
If you wake up in 1 year and you tell me, Rebecca, I'm so sorry, now I want children, you're not divorcing me.
I think it's ridiculous for Rebecca to think that Zied wouldn't hang out with people his own age as he assimilates to the American lifestyle and culture, and that he won't be speaking to women in general just because of his religion. I don't like that she tries to put his religion or put his culture into play when it comes to other women when she's been pushing up on him for the longest time as an older woman, and she has not yet respected his religion in any way. Our next couple, Jovi and Yara. Yara continues her complaints in the car of how hungry she is and how thoughtless Jovi is and that he drinks too much. Honestly, I think Yara is a bit of a nag, but she has some points here and there. I think she's just really insecure about being in another country. Anywho, they get to the party and Yara finds that her definition and Jovi's mom definition of small party are completely different, but she doesn't complain and she behaves like a good sport. Yara wants to tell Jovi's parents that she is pregnant and Jovi wants to wait. Yara complains, saying that people will think she is acting weird and they won't know the reason why she is staying to herself or why she's tired or why she isn't drinking alcohol. But Yara, not drinking alcohol does not make you seem like you have weird behavior. It's normal. Then we watch as Yara and Jovi have a dance, and we see the juxtaposition of Yara cursing Jovi out while we hear a voiceover of Jovi's mom talking about how much love she sees between the two.
Jovi, pay attention to preach.
Watching Yara and Jovi together, I could see that they're really in love.
I hate you. Yara is kind of annoying sometimes. I feel the way she speaks to Jovi is so rude, but I know it probably comes from a place of insecurity. And being pregnant in a new country with no family cannot be easy on her mind. So I'm going to give her a pass and hope that they seek some counseling, unless they just like talking to each other that way. I don't like being talked to that way, so I'm not interested. Let's move on to the next couple. Look, I knew that Stephanie was going to bring the drama this season from the first episode because she looked like a Looney Tune. But Stephanie is now trash. She basically accuses Ryan of sexual assault because he failed to use a condom.
You're good that you slept with me last night with no condom after I said to you, I don't trust your ass.
So essentially, she's accusing him of rape, which is such a serious accusation on national television. And you know, I believe in the Me Too movement, and I believe that women should be heard, but I do not believe her story or that she even cared. Here is my reasoning. If I had a man and we or I brought glow-in-the-dark condoms, there is no way I would not want to see the penis glow in the dark. Are you kidding me? I've been examining the hell out of it. So are you trying to say to me that you were so horny that your man slipped on a glow-in-the-dark condom and you didn't want to look? You didn't want to, look at it glow outside of the body, maybe look at it glow as it entered the body and came out of the body. You all know the movements. We're adults. Her story doesn't even make sense. Like, condoms are drying. Most condoms have lubricant on them. You mad because you old and your vagina was spitting out dust particles, and when you found out he had no condom, you were embarrassed. Now, the cake topper is that after she accuses this man of rape on national TV, she then insinuates that he is a thief.
That would hurt me the most is taking my mother's ring. Where, see? He left all that. He left all of...
It will go as far as to steal her mother's ring and saying he can take anything else but that, when we can see that he literally left everything in her hotel room and just walked out. So this woman who has just been sexually violated decides that in under a day, that since Ryan has left, she wants to invite Harris to her hotel because he is the only other person she trusts. Look, Stephanie. Stephanie is a sex tourist and she is going to these islands to get laid while on vacation. She's another Stella got her groove back, and she just doesn't want to bring the drama home with her. Stephanie has left an awful impression, and I really don't care to continue to see her on the show. She may be mentally ill, and to watch her is just exploitation, when she really should probably go and get some professional help. I don't know if this review is harsh, but I don't think any person who's been sexually violated would invite another man to their hotel room in under a day. Like, no. Now, do you go to the cops? I can see whether someone doesn't go to the cops, or if they do go to the cops, they're nervous, they might be in another country, they don't understand how it might be perceived. But no, come on. You barely know Harris.
I need a good, solid friend right now. And Harris has always been there for me. He's always warned me about Ryan.
So my problem with Stephanie is that, one, there's no way she could not have known that he was not using the condom. She knew that he was not using the condom. Two, if you really, really, really don't trust someone that much, and you really saying that you don't trust them, then why do you want to even have sex with them? Like, why would you want to have sex with someone you don't trust and you don't feel cares for you, and you supposedly want to get married to them and you want to... No. Her story doesn't make sense. I think she's just trying to make drama for television, and sadly is at an expense of a foreigner, which I think is horrible. she doesn't look good. It's like she's trying to make him look bad, but it's really, really making her look really bad. Our next couple, Brandon and Julia, we enter in on Julia stating that she has been feeling nauseous for the last few days as she drives in the car with Brandon. Of course, everyone is thinking that she may be pregnant, right? Brandon immediately jumps to telling his parents, and Julia is saying that they should take a test first and make sure before telling them, because it is kind of their business and they're not sure. Brandon seems like a decent enough guy, but he is not masculine enough for me. He really seems to have a difficult time making his own decision and lacks common sense. It's like he's 27 years old and everything still goes through his parents. And they complain the whole few segments that they have that, oh, I'm not ready for a baby. I'm not ready for this. Like,
Brandon, I need to be first. Need to know pregnant I'm or not, and next talk with parents.
look, your mom and dad are so forceful and so on top of you and so in your business. They already gave you the options that you have so you can prevent pregnancy, and you have denied all options and both decided that the pull-out method is the best method. Like, get over yourself, grow up, become adults, and do the right thing. If you're not ready for something, don't participate in something that will lead to something that you're not ready for. Anywho, they tell Betty and Ron, who are now anxious because they want confirmation. Even Brandon's parents agree that Brandon should have waited till after the pregnancy test before disclosing any information. They finally take the test, and we find out that Julia is not pregnant. But Julia is now concerned that Brandon's mother will try to force her into taking birth control and be even more involved with their relationship than she already is. But look, you two, I know that you're 26 and 27, and I know that you're working, but I feel like you're mentally immature, and neither one of you are actually ready for marriage. And I'm hoping that the marriage does work. I do think that they love each other. I do think they want to be together, but I do not think that they are ready for marriage, especially how in the way that they carry themselves throughout the season. All right, one more couple to go. Our last couple, Mike and Natalie. I don't understand Natalie. We enter into the episode with Natalie deciding to do a private session with a therapist, because obviously she didn't hear what she needed to hear from the couples therapist. I think it is hilarious that she thought one session with a family therapist would be a cure-all to her getting her ring back. Honestly, Natalie is only truly looking for a therapist that is going to validate her and make her seem right. When she was doing her one-on-one, she basically lied about Mike's behaviors. In the tell-all, she confirms that Mike told her he would be staying at his female friend's house.
Back to the house, slept on the couch. Natalie was pretty much assuming like we slept together.
Why you said her husband is gonna be there?
Because her husband was
never
supposed to
was
be
there.
there.
And now, while speaking to the therapist, she is saying he was supposed to be staying at his aunt and uncle's place. Natalie is basically trying to find whatever story she can muster up to guilt and manipulate Mike into giving the ring back.
I wasn't naked.
I don't cheat, I don't lie. You cheat and you lie and you get caught. This is the problem and I cannot stand it.
I'm convinced that Natalie wants a green card. We are 11 episodes in, and all she has done is cry about a ring, complain how unhappy she is, and start arguments from thin air. Why would anyone want to put themselves through stress, discomfort, and unhappiness unless they were in it for a green card? Like, you literally agreed that you both are not even in love anymore, yet you keep screaming for a ring. Anywho, they have an argument about the day that Mike stayed the night with his best friend, and I honestly don't think Natalie wants the truth unless it's the lie she wants to hear that validates her claims. And Mike proceeds to tell her she has an ugly heart. And I'm like, you tell her, Mike, Tell her about herself. Tell her what I've been thinking these last few episodes and seasons.
And it's funny because I'm much beautiful than you.
Your beauty is ugly.
Really?
It is, okay? Just
Yeah.
because you think you're the most hottest in the world doesn't make you a great person inside.
But
They then go for a walk on the beach to talk about issues while getting fresh air. And Natalie talks about how she is feeling manipulated and how Mike treats her like a toy.
commit all stuff, like do home, clean, cook for you, make love to you.
And I'm like, Mike has not lied to you about how he feels. And don't try to flip the script. You know you were doing all those things in an attempt to get the ring back. Natalie is really upset because she thought that her accusations and her cuteness would blind and guilt Mike into giving her the ring, and her antics just haven't worked. Mike isn't feeling it, and he wants her to take ownership of her actions, and she is refusing to do so. So, moral of the story is that Natalie wants the green card. She's going to try to play every game, trick, whatever she needs in her book to try to get this green card. I wouldn't be surprised that after all this spite, that she's just going to try a little bit of honey to see if she can get what she needs. Thank you again for joining me for another episode of 90 Day Fiancé Season 8, Episode 11. And now I'm pretty much up to par with 90 Day Fiancé, except for Episode 12 that I'll do later on this week after I try to start finishing up MAFS, because we all know that I am really behind. So have a great day. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.